Hello and welcome to part 2 of my playthrough of Zombicide Gear Up. This is a flip and right game set in the Zombicide universe. If you haven't watched the first part of this playthrough, you really should. I'll put a link in the description and at the top of the screen. So we need to get set up for the second round. In the second round we will also be fighting the Super Abomination. So not only do we have 4 zombies already in front of us, we're going to be fighting the big guy at the same time. Let's see how we do with that, shall we? We can flip over our companion cards, these characters who can potentially help us once each. So they're back with us. We need to get rid of these spawn cards. These are just for the first round, and we need to reset these turn cards. There's actually an additional one here, so there's 10 and we use 9. So let's set those out. And we have these boss action cards, and these are in 2 sets. So the ones marked with a 2, we're going to put there, and the ones marked with a 1, we're going to put here. So we once again have 2 turns where we won't have any spawning or boss actions taking place, which is good news. Hopefully I can mitigate some of the inevitable damage that is being done to us here, fingers crossed, before we get to that first boss action. Right, let's get on with it then. Let's look at the first turn, and we've got movement for arrow 1 zombies, and we're using the green weapon. Green weapon can split, so that's handy. Now what are we going to do? Well, actually I could completely kill this walker. It's tempting to do that. It's also tempting to look at one of the other ones, because it would allow me to reduce the damage that I might be taking. Maybe I should do this runner here, because he's going to be attacking me before long. Right, so I'm going to split it in 2, so we've got 2 sets of 2. I'm going to do first 2 along the top there, and then the second 2 down the side here. So that means if that runner does start attacking me, he's only going to do 1 point of damage rather than 3. So that's good. But I think that's it. I'm not upgrading. Zombies walking. The runner's going to come up here to the first street, and the bomber's going to shuffle up to the second street. No spawning. Now we've got the green weapon again, but we've got one of our companions supporting us this time, so that's good. Now what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to use the scythe, not the scythe, what are we doing? The SSG to almost finish off this runner, and then I can finish him off with one of my extra bullets. And then I think I will use... Ooh, actually... Yeah, I know exactly which one I'm going to use. But let's do that first. So once again, I'm going to split the SSG into 2. I'm going to do 2 along there. That's giving me a shield. And then 2 down there. Mark that extra shield. Now I'm left with just the 1, so I'm going to use a bullet to finish off that one. That happens to give me a bullet. There we go. That means that runner is defeated. Roger can draw this shape here, and his ability is explosive. Draw this hit shape on each enemy of a single street slot and the boss, if in front of you. Interesting that it says if in front of you, because in the solo game I'm fairly certain... Oh, okay, because the boss isn't in front of you in the first round, of course. So that's great. That means I can do that shape on 1, 2, 3 and the boss. So that's really good. So let's have a look. Obviously I want to be covering up some damage on that walker. This walker here, doesn't really matter. I guess I'll just do those two there. And that also gives me a bullet, that's nice. This one here, just want to make sure I cover up some damage. So I think I'll do down the bottom there. And the big boss, these golden stars are damage that it can do to me, so I need to make sure I'm covering up a star. So I think I'm gonna start down there. Maybe I'm overthinking this slightly. Okay, I'm just going to start over here. So that one and that one. Plenty to go. Plenty to go. Alright, so that's the end of that round. Oh, wait a minute. I killed this runner. Oh, upgrading, my weapons are all fully upgraded anyway. Okay, so I used Roger's ability. So Roger's going off. Oh, and I forgot to move the zombies. So that walker and that walker are moving in. On to the third turn. This is the first turn of this round that will have an enemy action. So we're using the red weapon, that's good. And number ones are moving. That's also good because that means these walkers are not moving. Does mean the bomber's moving though. So I think I'm going to have to use my baseball bat. Oh, and it knocks back. So if I use the baseball bat on this bomber, I can do that one, and let's do that shield as well. So when you do a shield, and that's when you cross off a star. Oh, brilliant. So the baseball bat comes with the scavenge ability. For each star crossed off, gain 1 shield, and I gained a shield. So I just crossed off 2 stars and a shield, which gives me 3 shields. Fantastic. That's exactly what I need. And it's also got the knockback ability, which means that he gets popped back into the 3rd street, so that's good as well. Unfortunately, I didn't do any damage to the boss, about which I'm a little bit twitchy, because we're about to turn over this card and see what he's going to do. And that is awful news. This is what happened to us when we played last night. Just it happened so quickly. So quickly. So first of all, he's going to activate his special ability, which is to knock out 2 shields. And then he's going to attack and do damage equal to the number of golden stars on show, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of damage. 9 points of damage. So I'm going to take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shields, because why not? And then 7, 8, 9, 3 hearts. So I've got to get those stars down, because he's going to get me really, really quickly otherwise. Okay, blue weapon, and the walkers are on the move. That's awful news. Okay, the blue weapon, I can use adrenaline to activate a 2nd time. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use it on the Super Abomination. So we'll do it up here. 1, 2, 3. That gets me a shield. And then I'm going to use adrenaline, which means to take an extra damage, and then activate this weapon a 2nd time, and I'm going to hit him again. Oh, and you can split it, can't you? I could have done that the first time. You can, the scythe also has the split ability, so I can split the shape in 2. So I will do that, I think, just to try and reduce these number of stars. I'll do part of it over here and part of it here. So if he were to attack me again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, he's only doing 6 points of damage rather than the 9 he did last time, which was pretty horrific. Cool, cool, cool. Zombie walk. Both of these zombies are going to shuffle towards me and attack me. They're doing 3 points of damage. I'm going to absorb all that damage in my shields. So I've got no shields left. Let's see what's going to happen. Oh, he's attacking! God, curses! So yeah, he's doing 6 points of damage to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've only got 4 points of health left and no shields. Ah, it's hard. Or I suck. Possibly I suck. Who knows? Let's move on to the next turn. Oh, no helper. Nobody helping me. Just the baseball bats. And who's moving? Oh, the 2s again. But I think I've got to hit the big guy. I'll try and reduce the amount of damage these guys are doing, but I've got to hit the big guy. So I'm going to use my baseball bat. Oh, but the baseball bat does push as well, so that could push one of these guys back. Can I use it on multiple enemies? Can I use the baseball bat on multiple enemies? Yes, you can. Fantastic. So I could theoretically hit them all for 1. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit him for 1. That pushes him back. I'm going to hit him for 1. That pushes him back. I'm going to hit the big guy for 1, taking the potential damage he can do down again. I've got 3 bullets. I feel like if I don't use them now, when am I going to use them? So I'm going to use all 3 on the big boss. 1, 2, and let's use the other one to get a shield. Okay, so he is still doing at least 3 points of damage whenever he hits me. The walkers at least are further away now, but they're still going to walk. They're still going to shuffle onwards, so they're going to shuffle back to where they were, but at least they're not attacking me. At least they're not attacking me. Okay. So that's annoying. That's his special ability, so I'm going to lose that shield I just gained. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. And we're going to spawn, so we're getting a new regular zombie. And it's a zombie dog. I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 points of damage, I think, that I need to do over there. And if I don't do that, I don't win. Possibly I didn't mention earlier that the way you win is killing the boss. So I need to kill the boss in order to win. And I've got 4 more rounds in which to do it. Hey, we've got a helper. Someone's helping me. Alright, and we're using the red weapon, the baseball bat. That's good news as well, I think. And the 2s are moving, so I need to try and avoid these walkers attacking me. But the priority is reducing his ability to attack. And I think I'm going to be using Ethan's ability. So I can split his mega shape into 2. Now obviously, maybe I don't want to. If I do like that, let's do that. Let's risk it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's gaining me a shield. So Ethan is done. Now I've got the baseball bat, which can hit for 3. So again, I think I'm going to hit him for 1. That kills him. If I hit this guy for 1, if I hit him in the bullet, the baseball bat will knock him back 1, and that will gain me a bullet. And I think that still gives me 1 point of attack. And I guess I probably should use that on the boss. I think I'm going to do this random one over here. Might be difficult to see on the screen how we're doing here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 positions on the boss that still need to be done. Alright, so the zombies are going to move, and it's the 2 arrow zombies, so the walker's going to come back, the zombie dog's going to get closer, then we need to have a look at the boss card. Oh, I'm losing my shield. Oh, and it's right, we've got the blue-yellow star, which means we're going to suffer damage for the blue and the yellow stars, and luckily that's just these 2 down here. So that's being hit for 2, which means I have 2 health left as we move into the next round. And we're using the blue weapon, and no zombies are moving. I could take damage to use this weapon a second time, and I can split this shape, which means theoretically, if I took a point of damage, I could do 6 points on the Super Abomination, and I've got a bullet. So this round I could do 7 points of damage theoretically. I mean, it's not enough. It's not enough. But my feeling is I've got 2 health. How much risk is there in using up one of those? I think possibly I need to take the risk. So let's use it once. And we will use it there and there. And we'll split it and we'll use the other one over there. And that's given me a shield. And then I'm going to use the adrenaline ability, which loses me 1 life. And I'm going to do it again. To go there, and there, and there. And this has left me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. 5 bits of the zombie left to obliterate. Let's see, and the zombies aren't moving. Hopefully this is going to do no damage to me. It's doing 2 points of damage. No. So I was going to lose my shield. And I'm going to take the final point of damage. And that is that. Do you know, for a second then, I thought I was going to do it. That is Zombicide on the easiest setting with the easiest boss. And I failed. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that, folks. Feel free to let me know in the comments below what I could have done differently, how I could have succeeded in that game. I'm sure it would have been possible. But I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe. I've been the Lone Adventurer. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. I will see you next time. Bye bye.